as we said, with the rams, it doesn't cost, it actually pays. Hi, my name is Ben, and I would like to start today's show by sending out a shout out to all of you who have made this possible. Today we celebrate the milestone of getting to 4,000 subscribers. We do not take it for granted, as we know any good journey, any great achievement is not done by one person, it's by all of us. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for hitting those notification bells and for sharing our links all the time. We want to take this opportunity to say thank you, asante sana, and to greater and happy farming to all of you. Thank you. On today's show, we'll be talking more about genetics and the importance of high quality genetics in your farm. When it comes to sheep, and when you're thinking about what direction you want to take in terms of, do you want to be a breeder of genetics, selling genetics to other fellow farmers, or you would want to do it for meat, genetics plays a key role. Because remember, certain characteristics that we go out for, like weight gain, like growth rate, and also things like fertility, hardiness, feed conversion rates, are all projected or all ingrained in the genetics that you found, or you rather grow your farm on. So it's very important to spend a bit more time in understanding what genetics can do for your farm. And one key thing is on the ram that you select for your farm. You better select your animal or your ram knowing what objectives you're setting out in your farm. For example, if you're looking at growth rate, then and also weight gain, those are things you need to have seen in that ram that you're selecting. And also, if you're looking at things like feed conversion rate, hardiness, fertility, all those need to have been seen in the kind of genetics that you're choosing for your farm. And this spreads across the rams and the ewes. Because remember, your production or your products, those are the lambs that will be born, will be bearing those genetic traits that they may have or have gotten from their parents. So spend a little bit more time in researching and finding out where do you get your animals from in terms of genetics. Meaning you better look out to see that you're getting your animals from a reputable breeder, someone who has records, someone who's able to show you the kind of weight gains he has been achieving with his lambs and generally with his flock. Another important thing to check on is also on the kind of fertility rates he's having on the farm. For each and every ewe that is bred, what percentage of them are able to lamb? And is the lambing rate at least towards 100% or more? And back to genetics, even as you're looking at building a business model, that means the profitability side for your farm, you better look at how are you going to achieve those targets that you've set out in terms of the number of animals you'll be selling per year or a given season, how many lambs will be born, or even better, the kind of weights you expect to sell in terms of carcass weights. These will all be pegged on the genetic traits of your flock. So spend a little bit more time in taking note of the kind of genetics you're buying into your animals. For example, this boy here, he's called Mickey. Mickey is 2.5 years old. And Mickey, we got him from Mickey Phillips Farm. And what we were looking for at that particular time was for a ram that has a strong head. And also, we were trying to build a bit more loin. And the backside, we wanted to be able to produce a bit more meat, or as we call it in Kenya, a bit more nyama on the backside. And for this reason, what we did is that we were able to source this boy from Mickey Phillips Farm, knowing the kind of genetics he's carrying. This boy, his father, is one of the famous world champion rams called Bolt Jr. And he comes from that pedigree line. So we knew that we were banking on a line that is known for quality in terms of production, in terms of weight gain and growth rate. And I must say, we've seen that kind of product here on our farm. Fantastic. So here we have Mickey with his progeny, Mickey with his lambs. And clearly you can be able to see the kind of backs that these young 1-month-old ram look like. Look at the back legs of such young guys. And clearly they're getting this from their father. And hence the importance of ensuring that you're getting the very best you can get in terms of a ram. And that goes back to genetics. Because with good quality genetics, you can be sure that these young lambs within the next 5 months will be able to weigh anything between 40 and 50 kilos easily. And hence the importance of being able to at least invest in good quality genetics. So my advice to you and my encouragement to you is spend a little bit more time in building your farm based on quality genetics or the best genetics that you can be able to get. Because in the end, as we say, with the rams, it doesn't cost, it actually pays to have the best ram that money can buy. So spend a little bit of more time in ensuring that you're getting the very best in the genetics and ensuring that even as you set out your farm, that you have spent a bit of more time in crafting the vision for your farm based on what are your breed values, what kind of breed objectives do you have. Are you after growth rate? Are you after weight gain? Are you also looking at fertility for the ewes? Are you also looking at mothering ability? Are you also concerned about feed conversion rate? Because all these you can be able to get in the genetics of your rams and your ewes. And the only way to start is ensuring that you visit or you take time to source from quality breeders who have records and who are able to show you through their flock the kind of sheep that they are able to breed. So take more time to spend, or rather spend a bit more time on ensuring that you are able to select the very best of genetics. Because remember, as you are looking for quality rams, it is important to ask yourself, what are my breed objectives? Here we have a few more rams. Yeah, and all of them, we have selected them based on certain types of traits that we are looking for. If we want to increase on the length, then you need to look for a boy who has a long top line. You see, if you're looking at a good, strong head, then you need to work on getting a boy who has the right kind of strong head that you're looking for. And if you're also looking at ensuring that you have strong backline, this is what you're looking at. And this you can only achieve by ensuring that the selection of your rams is based on that. So take more time to ensure that you are breeding based on certain breed objectives. Don't do it blindly. Ensure that you're taking the time to take note of what are your breeding objectives. Every farm has different objectives. Whether you're even doing dairy, you may be looking at high butter content, you're looking at high you're looking at production in terms of liters, you're also looking at the udder ability. So the same ranks even with your sheep. There are certain qualities that you're also looking for. If you're going to look for even color, because it's also important, then you have to ensure that the rams you select, for example, if you look at this boy called Mandela, you'll notice his color comes a bit further down the neck as compared to a boy like this. You see, his ends just right on the neck. So what you will find is that most of his progeny will be having this kind of high neckline in terms of color. But if you have a ram that has a longer, the mane or the black color comes all the way almost to the chest, then you can be sure that most of your progeny or your lambs will be having that sort of color in him. So you can breed for many qualities. You can breed for color. You can also breed for covering. You know, if you're looking for a ram or you want your sheep to have loose cover or less cover, as some would call it, then you have to look for a boy or a ram that has not too much wool on him. You see, because you can be clear, like Baba here. Baba is an Ile-de-France. You can see the kind of wool the guy has. So his progeny will definitely have a lot of wool. Yeah. So it is important now, as we speak about genetics, that you ensure that one, you have your breed objective set. You know the vision for your farm. Are you doing it for breeding? Are you doing it for meat? And once you have that set, then now you build your genetics based on what your breed objectives are all about. So we'll stop there for today. We'll take time to ask you, wherever you're watching us from, please let us know. And as always, we want to take the opportunity to say thank you to all of you who've subscribed. For you who have not, please hit that subscription button. And also let us know how you're getting on with your breed journey and how well your rams are doing, how well your ewes are doing out there. And as always, from us to you, happy farming. Till next time. Bye-bye.